Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Gold and silver slipped to 3-month lows. A lot of stuff happening, a lot of stuff not happening. I was talking about how it was going to make a huge move. Actually, my last video, if you guys check my last video I've posted a couple days ago, was talking about how gold and silver is going to make a huge move either up or down. And obviously, we saw that movement was downwards. Now, this article is written from Jim, which I actually want to challenge and ask to come on this channel because I love his articles. He's my favorite writer from Kitco News, which is probably the biggest precious metals, blog site. And I really do. I relate with him a lot. I love the way he thinks. He points out very, strong and speculative factors that can be influential on silver's price, and I would love to have a discussion with him on this channel, maybe as some type of just conversation. It doesn't have to be all formal and all professional. Just talk about precious metals as its rawest form. But anyways, I'm going to share this article. The link will be in the description if you want to check it out yourself. And Jim, if you want to email me, my email is silverfiend21@gmail.com. But anyways, so it starts off to say, gold and silver prices are lower in midday U.S. trading Monday. Both markets dropped to 3-month lows today as their near-term technical postures have deteriorated significantly just recently. That's inviting some new chart-based sellers into the futures markets. And this is something that you have to think about. People are chasing the dollar. They're chasing the dollar. They don't care. It will, see, this is, okay. When I say people, I'm not talking about us. Silver stackers get it. People that invest in the precious metals, we get it. We understand that the dollar is worthless. We are investing into the longevity, the intrinsic value that precious metals offers. So when I say people, quote unquote, I'm talking about the everyday, the normies, these normal people that are just investing into silver because it could boost their 401k or something stupid along those lines, where maybe they're investing into it just as the stock markets. There's no more weight into silver as there is into the futures contracts or the option, whatever the case is. That's the normal people. These people are chasing the dollar. So if silver drops, they say peace. Buy silver, buy gold, I'm going to stocks. And when stock markets drop, they go to silver. There's no real value in their eyes or longevity. They don't understand the bigger picture. And that's what's happening right now. Both markets dropped to 3-month lows, which is inviting some new chart-based sellers into futures markets. They're going to stocks. They're going to options, futures markets, option contracts, all that. December gold futures were last down $6.10 an ounce at $1,456. December COMEX silver prices were last down to 3 cents at $16.79 an ounce. So U.S. stock indexes are mixed at midday, but not too far below their recent record highs. So stock markets have been setting record highs, which is obviously going to be pushing precious metals prices down. It's this push and pull mechanism where people are just strung between a rock and a hard place and can't figure out which to invest in. And every time something bad happens, it's usually precious metals. It's almost like the supervillain. But then when you get to understand what that supervillain, where that supervillain's goals are, where its motives are headed, it really is something that isn't even. It should be looked at as a positive investment, not negative. I do get it though, because usually precious metals, silver, rises from economic fear, economic insecurities, whether it's U.S.-China trade negotiations going badly, whether it's stock market volatility, whether it's the dollar index collapsing, hyperinflation. Whatever the case is, that's what drives prices higher. And this stuff is never going to be, getting better. So we obviously know that silver has some type of stability beneath it. But when is it going to? When does it not matter if those things are happening or not for precious metals to rise? When can it rise naturally, regardless of what happens in the economy? That's what I want to know. But anyways, it goes on to say, the bull market run in the U.S. stock market is a bearish factor that is keeping money from flowing into safe haven metals. The U.S. government is closed today as the cash U.S. Treasury market for Veterans Day holiday. So, the civil unrest in Hong Kong escalated over the weekend. That has Asian equity markets more uneasy. One protester was reportedly shot by police and is in a serious condition. A further escalation of this situation would likely prompt some demand for safe haven gold and silver. So, we do have some terrible but good news for precious metals once again, which I was just going over. It's bad news, but it could boost precious metals prices. We've seen Hong Kong protests going on for several months now, along with Iran tensions, Saudi Arabian oil fields getting bombed, so many different things. And right now, if this escalates further, as this catches news in the media, articles, blogs start getting written about it, it could definitely go a lot deeper into people's emotions, start worrying people like it did once upon a time not too long ago. There were no new developments for the U.S.-China trade war front over the weekend. President Trump on Friday sounded a bit less upbeat on the situation than news reports were suggesting late last week. Still, Trump said the trade talks are going very nicely, but added the U.S. is not rolling back all of the import tariffs on Chinese products. So, here we have a situation where we really don't know where this is at. I mean, one day they're saying one thing, the next day they're saying another. One day it's going great, the next day it's not going so great. Honestly, I don't think anyone has a clue on what really the state of this situation is. And I think they're putting up fronts just to throw media some attention, put out a little piece, tweet out something real quick, throw out something real quick, just to give the people something to talk about. But in the reality, it probably has nothing, there's no correlating evidence or nothing even relevant to what the reality of the situation is behind the scenes. So this really does show you how speculative these markets can be, and just really where or how easily influenced and how easily swayed people can fall in such emotional and turmoil times. I mean, the stakes are so high right now. One thing can be said and another thing can be said to throw that and contradict that, and then people get confused, and then they're trying to figure out what the real deal is, and then it just causes so much chaos, and it's really it's crazy. But that's how these markets that's how these markets run. It's how they work. And once you can start understanding that, once you can start taking your emotional attachment out and look at it realistically, that's when you can become a great investor, my friend. But anyways, the key outside markets today see the dollar index lower. So the dollar is actually lowering with silver and gold. Usually once the dollar lowers, silver rises. Once the dollar rises, silver lowers. But right now we see the dollar lowering with silver, which doesn't usually happen. NYMEX crude oil prices are lower at trading around $57 a barrel. There was no new U.S. economic data released Monday as governments were closed for the holiday. Technically, December gold futures prices were lower at midday range. The bears have the overall near-term technical advantage. So prices have been trending lower for 2 months. The gold bull's next upside near-term price breakout objective is closing and produce around technical resistance at $1,500. Bears next near-term downside price breakout objective is pushing prices below solid support at $1,425. First resistance is seen at $1,477 and then at $1,475. Next support, or the first support, seen at $1,448 and then $1,440. So, more importantly, or for this channel, at least silver. And by the way, if you guys don't understand these charts, I'll break it down real quick for a second. So, this is a 24-hour spot bid. It's going for the ask price, the bidding price of silver prices. It shows all the prices right here. You can see the times, everything around there. So when we're talking about support lines, we're talking about what silver has to stay above that. So support lines are lower. So if it says there's a support, silver support is $17, that means that silver has to stay above that, or it's going to be in a bearish or a more downside trend. A resistance level is what is the top of it is. So a resistance level is going to be higher. Like they're talking about a resistance level $17.50. So we're trying to see silver go above that, which means it's then going to be in a bullish move or have the bullish advantage. And that's what these support and resistance levels are for people that don't know. Anyways, December silver futures were near mid-range at hit another 3-month low today. The silver bears have the overall near-term technical advantage. Prices have been trending lower for 2 months. Silver Bull's next upside price breakout objective is closing prices above solid technical resistance at $17.50. The next downside price breakout objective for bears is closing prices below solid support at $16. First resistance is seen at $17 and then $17.09. Next support is seen at today is at $16.63 and then at $16.50. So a lot of stuff happening. Right now, it definitely is a perfect time to capitalize. Get some silver for this cheap price that it is right now. Don't miss the opportunity. We know the prices are going to go back higher. That's obvious. It's going to go back higher. Things are going to go south with U.S.-China trade negotiations. Dollar index, stock markets aren't always going to be setting record highs. They are going to fall as well. Volatility is in the air. It's definitely something that you guys need to understand. You guys and gals, sorry, I use that term a lot, but I know it's a lot of great women on this channel as well. So anyways, so I do want to mention one more thing, and this is to not panic. Do not start panic selling. Do not let this fear or these prices scare you. Stay strong as a silver stacker. Remember your true intentions. Remember your true goals. Remember why you started stacking. Don't take this stuff out of context. Just try to remember why you stack silver, and things are going to turn around. All this means is that you can get silver for cheaper right now. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Link will be in the description if you want to check out this article from Jim. And I do still hold that offer to have an interview with you. But anyways, this was Silver Slayer. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.